Hey you guys, welcome to my YouTube station, Purple Lotus Flowers. We are here today doing episode 2. I got Carlene Witherspoon here with us today, the real butterfly. So we're just gonna kick it today and talk a little bit about us and our spiritual journeys. A couple of tips and things that will probably help along the way. So just stay tuned and listen. So me and Carlene, oh my God.
Oh my God.
We have been friends since we was 12 years old, you guys. Oh my goodness. We are 38 years old. We have been wives, mothers, everything you can think of. Today we're pretty much just mainly here to just talk about healing and, you know, the same thing I brought up in episode 1 about taking accountability for a few things that you have in your life so that you can be a better version of yourself. So I'm going to ask Carlene a few questions today about her. She has a new movie, you guys, coming out on Tubi, okay? So she's going to talk about that, talk about motherhood, talk about wives, personal childhood things that she might have overcome. And she has a YouTube station that's out, All Things Carlene. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. We'll have all the links up when everything is over with. She's teaching women self-confidence, teaching them that it's okay to not be so perfect, but you're still perfect in your own eyes type thing.
Yeah.
So she dope. You gotta make sure y'all check her
Thank
out.
you.
So Miss Carlene,
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
going on, hun? How have you been?
Girl, I've been good. Just like you said, you just mentioned, I just wrapped up a video, movie 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
that's something that's exciting that's going on right now. So,
Okay.
yeah, and other than that, just doing my YouTube thing and, you know, being a wife, being a mother.
Okay. So how do you think just trying to balance everything off now? Like life is just, it's beautiful and all of that, but
Absolutely.
wife, mother, you got your YouTube station going on, you got a movie coming on, and then you got other things. You're meditating, you're doing self-care things. You had a couple of months ago, you did a video about your father. How are things going with that now? Is that okay?
That's a good question. So yeah, a couple of months ago, I did do a video about my father. So things wasn't going too good at the time. And, you know, I noticed that it was messing with my mental health.
Okay.
So like you mentioned, I have to be good for my children. So, you know, he put something on social media that kind of, you know, made me feel bad. So I took to my YouTube and made a video.
Okay.
But since that video, things have been really good. So I'm proud, you know, that I did the video, because if I hadn't have did that video, things wouldn't be the way that they are now. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's a positive outcome to that. So
Okay, that's always good. As long as everybody take the accountability for the things they did. We have a lot of family members. We have even friends. We have people that come in our life, and sometimes they don't know the effect that they have on us. Growing up, it's a lot of times we don't talk about it. We don't speak upon it because we just continue to just keep going and going and going. And you don't know until it's like relationships come, you get into marriages, you have kids, and then you start finding out, dang, I got things going on, you know, that I had streaming from childhood, and I don't want my kids to go through this, so I need to tighten up, you know, and it's all about reflecting. So now that's what I've been on, a lot of reflection. I sit back and I just reflect on my life and say, you know what? I'm grateful now. I've been through the storm. You know, that storm was heavy for me, and it's over now.
yeah. that's
So
right.
for
People
you
don't
to,
know how important that is. You know,
Yeah.
you have to overcome those things. You know, it might be hard, but you know, you have to do what you have to do to be the better version of yourself. You
Yeah.
know, so that was just my one thing that I had to overcome so far. You know, and I feel so good that I did. You know,
yeah,
so.
it do lift a lot off. I know
Yeah,
it
it
did,
do.
because when we talked, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, she did it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
and that helps with your healing process. You don't even understand.
Absolutely.
I was telling my friend the other day, I said, you know, we pay bills, we pay a lot of rent, we do all these things like we grown, you know what I mean? But me, to be honest, all of that stuff I did, I thought it was grown until I was able to make that first episode that I did. I took accountability for things, and I said, now I'm a grown-ass woman.
Okay, yep. Exactly.
Now I'm grown,
Yep.
because I'm walking in my truth. Like, you're not grown until you do that. That's how I feel. So with the new movie going on, what is it about?
So
tell me the tea.
So Philios, that's a Greek word for brotherly love. So basically, it's a movie about two brothers that, found each other through like a brother being a lawyer, and he, found out that the person that he was working with was really his brother. So
oh my goodness.
yeah,
Wow.
and basically I play Bridget Miles, and she's like the director of a Get Back group. So I'm helping them.
Now, what's the Get Back group? That's something
specializes in helping the innocent. So
okay.
Yeah, so basically I'm like helping innocent people get out of jail, basically.
Okay, that's
I'm kind of a big deal in the movie.
Look, that's some Kim Kardashian type stuff right there. You gotta get everybody out.
Oh my God.
That's what's up. So how your husband and the kids feel about that?
Oh, they so excited. Like they so happy. Like they seen a little clip of the movie, and they can't stop smiling. They so happy just to know that like they are going to be able to see their mother, on TV in a movie.
Wow,
so
this gonna
they
take
excited.
you somewhere else. So what you think? Like after this, you already know. So the director or the producer, is he thinking about other like movies future on too
he
for
already
you?
in the process of
Okay.
writing. So yeah, he's on it. Like he got big things that's coming after this movie. So yeah, he's definitely on it. And
okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna tell y'all, me and Carlene met when we was 12 years old, you guys, okay? We was in middle school. Carlene also lived with me. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I got my best friend living with me. And we had fun. We went to school together. When we got our hair done together, we did everything together. So that was real cool.
Shared the bed.
Yep. Trying to be troublemakers, hanging out in the neighborhoods, doing everything. So for us to separate, this was the thing, you guys. So I went to high school. Well, we went to high school. We kind of separated.
Yeah.
I got pregnant with my son. I was 16. So, of course, I didn't really see you anymore. So, I ended up going to Northwestern, and you went to, where did you go anyway? You went to Western? I was like, where the heck did she go? She just left me. So, we kind of separated and went our ways, but we talked.
Still stayed friends.
Still stayed friends. This is 2 decades, you guys, okay? That's a long time. To see her transform and to do what she's doing is awesome. And it is wonderful. I came home in time. I was like, I came home in time. I thought that I was supposed to be still in Atlanta and doing what I was doing. No, I was supposed to come home. I had a whole nother assignment when I came home, and I didn't even know that I had another assignment. Yeah, all of the struggling and everything that both of us, had to go through separately, apart from each other. And it's like, we come back now and it's like, yeah, it's time.
Absolutely.
We had cycles and stuff that we needed to be broken, and it had to start with somebody.
Yeah, and it never was like, we separated, we went to separate schools, but it was never ever a time where it was like, we're not friends anymore. It's just, sometimes people, you meet new people, and I'm into boys and boys' face, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like we was in our own little world, but at the same time, it was like, Candace still my friend, still my best friend, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's where Miss Tiffany came from. Miss Tiffany came in high school, and I also had Deshonda. She's going to be coming on to the show. Of course, Tiffany will. My biggest goal for the 4 of us, because y'all actually saw me at different stages. So you saw me through my middle school stages, and so did Deshonda. Tiffany saw me all the way through high school, and then it's like, now all of us, we adults, we can do some things. So that's the plan.
Looking forward to it.
So this that foundation for them queens, yo. We gotta stay queens at all times. The biggest thing and a message that we do want to get out is women just trying to stop and think and reflect back on things that's been going on in your life. Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has things that they're going through, but you have the opportunity to just stop, and just take a breath and just try to realize that you're important. Your life is important. You're a queen, and you should be treated that way at all times. So if you're going through any type of toxic relationships, or you just having issues with family members or things of that nature, you got to stop. Stop and just think about yourself as well. Stay focused on yourself. That's the biggest thing. Meditation, writing in journals. I mean, if no one's listening to you, that pen and paper, always listening, constantly writing. And people know, 8 journals a day for me.
I'm going to piggyback off of that. I like that you brought up the manifestation, because that's one thing that I wanted to say too. Like, I wanted to let the women know, like, okay, yeah, you can manifest and you can speak your positive affirmations every day, but don't think that when you manifest and you meditate and you speak your positive affirmations every morning, you also have to put the work in.
You have to put the work
and I'm going to give you an example. That's just like my YouTube channel, okay? I'm like, oh, I want to be monetized on my YouTube channel, right? So every day I'm waking up, you know my positive affirmations that I say for myself in my YouTube channel. But if I don't put no content on that YouTube channel, guess what? It's not going to happen. So, you know, that's very important for people to know that's trying to tap into that manifestation, that you got to do it and you got to be positive, you know, and, you know, change your lifestyle around, but you also have to put that work in. That's very important.
Yeah,
you know, so.
It is, most definitely. They got to see you putting that work in. I tell men too, hey, y'all not excused, fellas. It's the same thing for my fellas. I need y'all to do the same thing. You in relationships, you got issues with the women that you're dealing with, and she's not satisfying what you need to have done. You need to step back as well and take that time. I was like, my guys, y'all just as guilty too. I love y'all, but I need y'all to do the same thing sometimes. We talked about this on episode 1 about y'all being vulnerable. And I just believe sometimes as well, those questions that need to be asked during relationships or when you want to get with someone, ask those questions that might be difficult. You know what I'm saying? If that person feel like they can't answer those questions, then that you need to move on. And some of the questions may be, hey, how was your relationship? That last relationship that you had, are you healed from it? You know, are you having difficulties getting over your trust issues, your loyalty issues? You know, what is it that I can do, or is it something that we can try to do together to help you so that before we get into this situation, we don't waste no time? You know, and that's what's going on. Everybody is blinded to the fact that you get with somebody, you have sex, and then everything else is blind, and you forget, and now later on you like, dang, she got trust issues. So
basically try to peep out the red flags in the beginning. Ask those necessary questions that's needed to be asked, because that's very important. And us being 38 now, we done been through that. You know, we know that's very important to ask those questions, you know, in the beginning, and you can skip all that heartache, you know.
Yep. So with your, as far as like before you got married and you guys was together, were there things or questions that you feel as though you should have asked, or things you should have had did a little bit differently?
Well, yeah and no. I mean, it's like, you know, I've been like, I think I spoke with you about this before, about like how I like the way that it happened with us. Like, of course, in like any beginning of a relationship, you kind of go through things, you know. So we done been through it, you know, and I'm just glad that, you know, I do know him inside and out. Almost 10 years before we married. So, you know, and I told you, I was that girl that'd be like, if he ain't married me in 4 years, then he don't love me. You know, I thought that before this. You know, I thought that before my husband. How she with him all them years and they not married, and you know, but I'm so glad that I was able to live with him. I know his flaws. I know him inside and out. And then now when I'm marrying him, I know what I'm getting. You know, I know what I got. You know, so
Those conversations are definitely important. And it's like, we don't ask. I know I didn't do too many interviews, okay? Now, when it's daytime, it's 21 questions, y'all. We gonna ask these questions. If you ain't gonna answer them, then we can go ahead and move on to the next one. But like I said, the universe, when he bring that king down to me, he gonna put him down right here in front of me and say, he is for you.
Right.
Yeah, because it's no longer... when you know, it's not red flags anymore. You feel me? It's like deal breakers now. Like, nah, I'm not going to deal with that. You know, and I talked to a lot of guys over the phone. I talked to a lot of guys texting, my friends, my close friends, some guys that I'm just, you know, meeting and different ventures or whatever. But I'm not going to say I entertain, but I listen.
Yeah.
So... oh, yeah, fellas, because I'm talking. Y'all see me, the ones that I do text, you know, on a regular basis, y'all my friends or whatever, but I listen, I pay attention. Like now, I didn't pay attention before. So it's like now I pay attention to the replies, the text messages that they do text, and I'm like, no one really has conversation anymore. Yeah. It's very rare. And I noticed that a lot of conversation is always stemming back to sex. And it's more like, are you always dealing on a physical form all the time? You get what I'm saying? And when you're dealing on a physical form, you're going to lose me every time. Because I can't even text you enough. Maybe after you get to the third paragraph, now you're talking about when we going to get together. When I'm going to see you. When we going to get this room. And I'm thinking like, we ain't talked about shit else. Like, literally, don't you bust out and spit that out over there. But that's a problem right now. And I'm recognizing that just talking to different people, and I do it on purpose. It's not like I'm trying to entertain you to be fake or nothing, but I really, really want to see what's on their mind, and a lot of it is empty. It's so empty, and I'm like, no one wants to do anything else but that. It's always situationships or friends with benefits, and I'm like, where do we stop that?
Right.
People want to get married.
Notice it. You know, the good thing is that you at that place in your life where you actually notice that, and you know it's like bull crap and what's not. You know, so you know what you want, you know what you're looking for. So
and it's very obvious now. I'm like, wow, y'all make it so obvious now, and it's hard. I mean, I have a lot of other male friends and female friends, and everybody just on this battle like, oh, we just gonna be single for the rest of our lives. I'm like, no, we gotta think a little bit more positive than that. So, but people just gotta take accountability for things and stop pointing fingers. When we get to that point, we will be okay. Yep, and I know women, they're going to be hating me for a while and be like, oh, why she always trying to beat up on us? But it's not that, ladies. Y'all got to step it up for real, for real. We queens out here, yo. And the only way that you're going to be able to get that respect from these guys and men as well, you're going to get that respect, you got to carry yourself a different way. You need to change your mindset, walk in your truth, and, you know, figure out who you are. Tap into that higher version of yourself. Once you get into that, then you already know what you want, what you don't want, what you're going to tolerate, what you ain't going to tolerate. And when you a healed person, things don't irritate you like that. You at so much peace, you feel me? You harmonize and you like, nah, ain't nothing going to mess with this peace right here that I got going on. So being married, you got kids, you got step kids.
Grown step kids.
So I had grown step kids too before. How is it though with the step kid stuff?
Oh, it's beautiful now. You know, it was a lot of adjusting because it was new for everybody. You know, it was new for them. I met them at 6 and 10, and I was 25. That was my first time ever being with anybody who had children. So it was new. You know, it was difficult. We had our rough times, but you know, now we're at a place to where it's like, these are my kids, you know?
They're your kids, that's right.
So it's good now. You know, we got a chance to learn each other. And so I honestly, I don't feel like I have stepkids. I feel like I have kids.
Yeah, and
I
that's
just have
what's
4
up.
kids.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That blended family thing can be rough for some people. So it's understanding because you have, you know, other parents, they coming in, like you coming in, you ain't have kids of your own yet. You get what I'm saying? So you like, dang, how am I supposed to raise these kids? And then you had their mother, she have her views and this and that and the other. So do you think that it's very, very important for maybe both parents to be able, like you,
to get along with
the mom?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very, very important for us to get along. You know, unfortunately, that's not my story, you know, and not on my behalf. But, you know, I think that's very important that you get along. Y'all, you know, now I have our kids. We had the same, you know, we had the same father. You know, our kids had the same father. So why don't we get along? You know, it's crazy. So I would absolutely love for one day for us to be able to sit down and talk and, you know, communicate, because it's crazy, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. We, you know, our kids are siblings, you know?
It was I was watching Kevin Samuels, probably like, oh Lord, I know people probably like, Lord, you talk about Kevin Samuels, but I was watching a video probably about a month ago, and he asked the young lady on there, she was about 25 years old, she had a 5-year-old daughter.
Okay.
And she was like, I want to date a high value man. And he was like, oh, okay. So you want a high value man, but you got a 5-year-old daughter. Where's the baby father? You know, is there any type of drama going on? Because men, this is high value men, they don't want to deal with things of that nature. And what type of asset would your kid be to me?
It's true.
Like, how is your kid an asset to me if I do date you? And here I am, I don't have kids. I'm making 6 figures. You want to be a housewife. Are you going to be able to have my kids as well? She said, yeah. He said, now, let me ask you this. When it comes to girls, she has a girl. What if me and you together and I walk past the bathroom and she's coming out the bathroom and she come to you and say, Mom, Kevin was looking at me. He asked her, what you gonna do? You know what she said? I'm leaving. And I'm thinking like, wow. And he's saying to himself, he's like, you just gonna leave? Like, you're not gonna even question and see what's going on? You know, and I was like, wow, you know, things of that nature too is really, really like tough too when it comes with men coming to a woman's life and she has a girl.
Daughter,
That can be difficult as well. So that's like conversations and hard conversations that you have to also have as well. So yeah, that stepmother and blended family things can get a little bit difficult, but it can be done.
Yeah, it can definitely can be
And
done.
what would be like any advice that you would give like a woman that would be in your position that would probably have to deal with things like that? Like, what would you tell her?
Well, it actually depends on what the situation is that she's dealing with the, you know, you meaning the kid's mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on the situation. But I would just say, you know, now that I know and I didn't been through it, I would just say, you know, just don't feed off into the negative. You know, just don't feed. You just keep being who you are, you know, and don't feed off into it. You know, you be a bigger person. You know, whatever they doing, let them go through it. You know what I'm saying? You be the bigger person. You let that man see that you're the bigger person. You let everybody see that you're the bigger person. And you know, you just feel a lot better, and then that person will stand out and be. But, you know, at the end of the day, I would honestly say, try to have a conversation with them. You know, at least try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least try, and at least you can say that you tried to mend a relationship with somebody and, you know, have some type of relationship. You don't have to be best friends with her, but at least have some type of relationship. And especially if it's kids involved and, you know, your children or siblings, it's very important to actually get along with the, you know, other kid's mother. But
yeah, that's definitely another cycle breaking situation.
Yeah.
That can definitely be difficult.
Yeah.
So what other things as far as your self-care? Like, do you have like a routine on a daily basis that you want to share, or
I'm
any
trying to
positive
tap into
affirmation?
that right now. You know, because my kid's small. So it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of hard with small kids because I might say, oh, I'm going to get up at this time in the morning and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try to work out. You know, I'm going to go in there and, and sometimes it don't work. So I'm all over the place with it, you know. So, but, you know, it's all about, you know, motivating yourself within, and you know, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm not gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep trying. You know, and one day I'm gonna get it.
You got to bring Bud over there her time. She come work out. Y'all, you know what, y'all? She's scared to work out with me. She think I'm gonna put her down. Everybody else be running from me.
Man,
like I ain't going over there with Candace. She be doing too much. You too cute. Quit playing.
See, why you quiet? You like I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Yeah. And as far as too, we was talking about diet and holistic things. Like, do you feel that your eating and things of that nature gets a little bit better when you are able to be home, nurturing your family, your husband? And by the way, she is the most awesome housewife. Okay,
thank you.
All right, she gonna show y'all how to be a housewife. Do it the right way out here. Okay.
Yeah. So, you meaning like our diet and like what I...
Yeah, because you know everybody in the house eat different. You got your picky eaters, you know what I'm saying, and all of that.
God,
so
I definitely have picky eaters. First of all, my husband is a picky eater. My son is a picky eater. So that's even hard. Like with me trying to do the diet thing and, you know, trying to make everybody eat what I eat, that's even difficult. But like I said, you know, we going to get there. We going to get it together, you know.
Take time. We gonna do it as a family.
I'm trying to cut out meat. I'm really trying to cut out meat. I don't want to eat meat anymore. Like I don't. I absolutely don't.
Feel like I ain't talking about that. It is the best thing ever. If you guys will get opportunity, stop eating meat.
Man, please.
It's the best thing you can do. Do a little research on it, you know, and see if it's something that's very oh my God, you have to be disciplined. It's totally a mind thing. And as I always say, the moment you change your mind into a positive, oh my God, everything around you, it falls in place. And you're able to do that self-nurturing, and you're able to kind of just sit down and reflect, and your mind becomes so clear. When I say my mind be like, whew, it used to be kind of all over the place, but now it's in a better spot because I'm able to control that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't have bad days. I don't have negative thoughts that come across my mind because I did a habitual pattern every day saying those positive affirmations. And that's very important. So if you have 20 affirmations that you can say, stand in the mirror, look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful, I'm bold, I'm fearless. You know, me, I'm an unstoppable force of nature on a daily basis. You feel me?
I like that.
You know, I'm a queen and I'm a billionaire and I'm waiting on the money to catch up with me. You feel me? You got to speak it into existence. And that's how you keep yourself aligned with the things that you want as far as your future. So people in our life, we got family members and things of that nature that may seem that you might be a little distant sometime, or they might feel that you don't want to be around them, and it's more of your energy. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, especially if you have family members, they've been doing the same thing. You come up, Uncle Pete still drinking, he still want to be, you know, chilling and sitting around. You just like, I'm just not with that no more. You know, I can't come around your family. They fighting. You know, every holiday is an argument going on. So that type of thing. Don't think that people that's in their little bubble where they trying to stay focused on their goals, that they're acting funny or they don't want to be around you. It's just sometimes that energy, when it doesn't match with me, there's no reason for me to be around. And that energy is not going to be deserving to everybody, and not to be.
That's how people think about me, but that's just how I've always been. You know, like I've always been like that. Like just being a loner, that's a real thing, you know, and it's really all about just protecting my energy and protecting my space, you know. Like I feel happy just being in my own little happy space, but it's nothing against anybody, you know.
Nope, it's not. That's one thing about you, though, because you always kind of stayed there. I've always been the one guy, I got to go be in the streets. I got to go get in trouble. I got to go hang on the block, and I got to do this and do that. And I'm like, Carlene was always the one in the house. She was like, you know what I mean?
Like an old lady.
And I was like, man, I said, some of those steps, all that saved you from a lot of things that I totally had to go through. So I'm happy that somebody had to come out, you know what I'm saying, and come out alive and not have to go through all of that stuff, you know. So that's definitely important.
Look at you now, girl.
Child. I got a couple of women too that want to come on, and I want them to be able to talk to you too.
Okay.
So hopefully we can do some things. I got a Miss Shakia Stanley. She is on Instagram, ready to speak. So we're gonna do her, I think, next week. She's another one. Has a really, really awesome story. Wife, kids, awesome. Traveling mother, work, you know, everything. Yeah, she's real. She's amazing. We spoke last Sunday, so I'm very, very looking forward to talking to you, Miss Shakia. Shout out to all my women every day that is watching. I try to post what I can on my Purple Lotus Flower 888. Bear with me. So I'm gonna be trying to do a couple of little videos through the week just to kind of keep y'all motivated and this, that, and the other. We still have more things to come. I'm not trying to give y'all everything in the beginning, but I'm pushing it out, you know, just keep on watching and paying attention. The biggest thing is us now being, since we know and we know better, we being different women, we're older, and the only thing that we can do is show other people. Like I feel like it's God's work that need to be done as well too. So I'm looking forward to this and this journey. Is there anything else that we can talk about, girl?
Not really. I think we pretty much covered everything. What you think?
Okay. Well, what you about to say, Q?
Yeah, because Q want to say something.
I do want to say something. So I do have a question, obviously. So some just going back to some things you guys were talking about, and also if you're checking us out right now on the live feed, please feel free to post any questions or comments, and of course I'll have the ladies address those. Shout out to the people who are checking us out right now. But I just want to go back to the childhood friends, though, right? So you guys were childhood friends, and then you had that long gap where where you weren't in contact. I just got a question for both of you guys. I don't know who wants to start first, but I guess we'll go. We'll go to Lean first because she's the guest.
Picking on me.
So my question is this: so with that separation, how hard was it to get back into like best friend mode? Because a lot of times, obviously, life has happened in between.
Absolutely.
So you get back. Of course, we're friends, but we're different people at this point.
Exactly.
So like, kind of walk us through that transition.
Well, it wasn't that difficult for me because for the simple fact that We just, you know how they say it don't matter how far apart somebody is. If you really friends, you really friends, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how I always feel with her. Like, Candace then went along and had a whole new best friend. But, you know, I mean, we ain't going to get into that.
I got three. Look, I got three best friends.
But guess what? One thing that Candace can say about me is I've always been, even at a younger age, I've always been very understanding to that because I knew that we just, you know, it's not that she didn't care about me as a friend or as a best friend. It was just more so that she went off to high school. I went off to my high school. We were separated. Of course, you're going to make new friends, you know? Unfortunately for me, because I'm a loner, I didn't really click with nobody like that. So, but to answer your question, she's just always been my friend. So even though she was far away, Candace will always, you know, get in touch with me, even if it was 6 months apart, you know, or 3 months, you know. And then she was like, Lean, come, you got to call me, you know. So we always been friends at heart. So nothing really never changed. My kids know Candace as my best friend, you know. So, yeah, they like Candace, that's Candace, you know, and so they, yeah, you know, so nothing really changed, but I'm glad to have her back, you know, I really am glad to have her back, and she's doing so good.
I know. Applause to both of you guys, though, seriously.
Thank you.
So, Candace, what about you? Like, how was that experience for you?
Same thing. It was really, it was, I didn't really feel, you know, any type of way, like I said, because every time we talk, we always talk like we just got done talking, you know what I mean? Like, and then I came home. As soon as I touched down, it's like she had, where you at? Came to her, coming in with gifts, got them wedding gifts because I missed the wedding, you know, and all that. And I was like, man, I felt that right there is just like that bothered me because I missed, and I was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was in a dark space at that time. I really was. I was in a really for like them last like I would say 2019 and 20. Bad for me, man. There was a lot of people I lost. I disconnected with a lot of people around that time. Yeah, I was real lost. I didn't know what was going on.
And so, and that's really a thing, especially for women. So I think that's what's special about you guys' friendship because, like you said, you was going through some things, and this is your best friend. So obviously, your relationship wasn't where it used to be at that point. And this is a point where a lot of women become spiteful.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, you're supposed to be my best friend. I'm going through this. Where are you? You know, so so I commend y'all for holding that together though, because it doesn't happen. And I don't know if it's because so many women have been like treated wrong in friendships that they give up or become so spiteful. Like, I'm not sure why that happens, but like somehow y'all got through that. So I commend y'all for that though. Seriously.
It was really lame for real. Cause I was like, I know she is pissed at me. I thought she was so mad at me. Cause when I went to Northwestern, I got the 9th grade, I picked up Tiffany. That was my other best friend. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dang, I got a best friend through middle school. I got one through high school, and I got one through here and there. And I'm like, and then I was like, I was feeling bad because I was like, dang, I ain't want to post no pictures of me and Tiffany sometimes. I'm like, dang, I'm going to make her feel sometimes. I don't want her to feel. Then I ain't want Tiffany feeling no type of way.
Oh, my God.
It was just like the worst. And I was like, you know what? Forget this.
But what did I used to say, though? When you did post a picture of Tiffany, I'd be like, oh, my God, she is so pretty. So that was my way of letting her know, like, girl, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
now I got to get lit. Now I got to get them together so we can have dinner and stuff. Because they still really haven't officially, you know what I'm saying, did that thing. We going to do that.
Yeah, because see, this is...
I'm cool if you watching. I'm cool, girl. Hey.
Yeah, she watching.
This is something that men do all the time. Like, we have relationships. We have best friends. We have best friends in certain circles. Like, some of those best friends don't commingle. Some of them do. Yeah. And I think men are just... I guess we're a little better at that because I think we let a lot of stuff slide.
Yep.
A lot of women don't. It's like it's like, all right, so this happened, so I'm through with her. Like, it's crazy like that, right? So I mean, you talking about somebody you've been friends with since you were a kid, and then one thing happened, and like that's it. Like that's almost not fair. So, and I think this is wonderful too for mothers who have daughters because this is important for them to understand like true friendships. Like you can't just throw those away. So
that's true.
Yeah, because they help. They come around. Like everybody just have to. They had a spiritual awakening or whatever they're awakening at different times. You know, different lifetimes and stuff. So at that time when I went to 9th grade, I was so wanting to be out in the streets and doing me. You know what I'm saying? And Carlene wasn't on that. So it was like. I was going where I was supposed, wherever I was going at the time. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Just on some lost stuff. I wish. Okay. Whew, I could have took some of that back, but it's okay. I can't regret
we
it
live
now.
and we learn.
Yeah. So everything that I did, and this is for everybody, whatever you go through and it's really, really hard, it can be so painful. The struggle can be so hard, but just know that your calling is so much higher than what you're thinking it is. That's why you went through that. So all those 3 marriages that I went through, a lot of the situationships, all my little friends with benefits and whatever cases I went through, I learned something from each and every one of them. You know, and I don't regret it. It is what it is. They know who they are. Hey, oh, hey, I'm speaking truth. I ain't got no filter. Hey, this fact. So they know what it is. Look, they'll be texting me, calling me later. Oh, I see you on there talking about your friends' benefit stuff going on. Was I one of them? Yeah. You know what I mean? But, you know, I ain't embarrassed of my past, and we can't be. This is very, very refreshing for me. It's very, very healing to be able to talk about things like this. So it's a lot of people can't sit, you know, in there and say that they did those things. And more people do it. Oh my God, y'all, it's so peaceful over here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm talking about it's so peaceful. I'm like, I want to tell everything. You know, I'm good. We talked about the importance of the fathers being in our lives and stuff. Me and you had those same things. We share that in common, most definitely with them. And we need these men to also know how important it is to just stay in their daughters' lives. You know,
Parents
I know you and your husband. I love bro. You the man, okay? I'm so glad that Carlene met you. She love the hell out of you. I'm telling you that. I love you too, bro, because you taking care of her. But that. Him showing your daughter as well, you know what I'm saying? I love that.
Important.
Yeah, it is.
Important.
Well, she gonna be all happy and stuff. She get to see her daddy every day.
Shout out to the people who are listening. And Carmetta says, "Real talk, ladies. It's not that you are beating them up. You live through it, so you are able to teach other women." All right, so that's definitely the case. She's also said, "Y'all look so pretty."
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So, a peaceful mind checks in. That's actually LaShonda. LaShonda is a medical social worker.
Okay.
Someone who I actually just came in contact with since I've been doing or getting ready to do the sleep apnea documentary that I'm working on, and she actually reached out to me. So she does a lot of stuff in the medical industry, and of course she's a social worker as well. And a few of the things that she talked about, I think definitely we'll have to connect you to.
Okay.
Because I think she'll be a great fit on on one of the episodes to get her checked in. But she also commented a few times. She said absolutely, but then she said that she and her bestie has been best friends obviously since first grade. And this doesn't. And again, I'm not saying it to to spotlight. Spotlight for women. But there's so few women who have relationships that long, that far back. So for real, all you guys, I definitely commend you. Carmetta says, "I love both of y'all." Nicole says she loves this. So you guys are getting great feedback. So I think this is definitely a conversation that a lot of people want to have and didn't know how to have it. So so Candace, this is a great platform to get these things started.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had a lot of people that was actually paying attention. You know, you be so you're so busy. You're doing so many other things. And when I posted that first episode, I was very shocked at the feedback and the messages that I received. And a lot of the messages kind of like, it hit home with me because I understand what women are going through. Yeah. They can't talk. They don't have people to talk to. They don't know where to start. You know, they lost out here. And that dark space is not fun. You know, I was in it for a long time. And I faked it out on Instagram. You know, I faked it out on Facebook. Posting things like I was happy and this and another, and this women, it's not good. It's not. It does a lot of internal damage. I had to recover from that.
Yeah, it's okay.
There was
to
a lot,
talk about it.
a lot of emotional damage, you know, and things of that nature. But just staying true to yourself is like the best thing that you can do. And if you can't get any talk, like any help with anybody, you can always come into my Instagram
Okay.
and my DM, you know, and I can try to do what I can. I'm not a doctor, you know, but I can only teach you off experience, and I can show you from where I started to get to this point. And then I'm still elevating. I'm still healing myself. You know, I still have things that I still have to fix. I got to get ready for this king, okay? Because when he come, I got to be ready, and he going to be ready for me.
That's right.
So, you know, this is helping me as well, too. It's a lot of, the feedback that I got was more of, I'm in a toxic relationship as well. I've been trying to get out of it. I might need help. Oh, I love your transparency. Thank you so much for doing that. A lot of women aren't strong enough to do that, but I am offering that to women. If you feel as though you want to tell your story and it's something that you want to be vulnerable about that's going to help you heal, call me, inbox me. You can come on too, and we can talk about it.
Now, speaking of which, LaShonda said, what is your Instagram handle?
Oh, it is Purple Lotus Flower 888. That's my Instagram.
And Lean, what's yours as well?
It's at Simply Lean. That's SIMPL 3 Ys LENE.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And Carlene as well, they need to follow her on her YouTube as well. She has a lot of things on there, great tips and stuff, hygiene tips on there. I was watching you the other day. I was cracking up laughing. I said, look at Lean trying to tell us how to stay clean out here in these streets. Somebody got to do it. But she got some good information on there, you guys. She got different outfits from Fashion Nova and places like boutiques. Do you do like local boutiques too?
Local
like
boutiques, well-known Fashion Nova, Shein.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah.
ladies, the ones that's she tagging y'all, and the stuff she trying on, you know,
Yeah.
give her some credit, send her some stuff. She on there trying out, exposing y'all and stuff. So, you see on Mondays, I try to do my little man crush, support my men. You always on there every Monday. On Wednesdays, do our woman crush thing. You know, I want black women that's having businesses and all that. I want everybody to get together, share people's stuff, y'all. Share their stuff, 'cause I know I do. I share it all the time, just in our community. We'll keep that money flowing through this thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Tamika says this is beautiful and much needed. Mike says, so happy to see my daughters doing their thing. Love y'all.
Hey, Dad.
Carmetta says, fathers matter. This is definitely true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And each one teach one. That's definitely the case.
Yeah.
It looks like we're winding down a bit here. So I guess what we'll do to, on our way out, I just want to get your feedback on this. And then, Lean, we'll start with you.
Okay.
On the way out, I just want to kind of go back again, and I'm sorry to keep harping on this,
Okay.
but it's the importance of like a real like female friendship, like just the importance of it. So on the way out, I just want you to kind of lead the people with a few words about how important it is to have valued relationships with other women, and how that benefited you. Through your travel to find, your path.
It's very important to have a female friend, especially for as many years as me and Candace been friends. You always have somebody to talk to, and like I said, no matter how far, if I wanted to call her, I can, because we go through things, what I'm saying? And you need friends to, vent to, what I'm saying, share your accomplishments with. So, I just feel like it's very important to have friendships, and don't try to dispose of your friends so quick off the first thing. Just try to hold on to that friendship as long as possible. I don't think we really ever had.
We ain't had nothing. We ain't never fell out. We ain't never had an argument. No, nothing. Nobody.
It's very important, ladies.
It is.
Try to keep that friendship. Talk out. If something happened, if only one time it happened, try to talk it out. Try to work it out. Try to salvage that friendship as long as possible, because it means the world. So
For sure. So Candace, what you got to say about that?
Stop trying to compete, okay? We ain't in no race. We ain't in no competition. This is definitely a marathon, like Nipsey said, okay? But we're gonna take things slowly. So I think yes, these relationships are very important. Whatever it is, if Lean ever has to go through anything, or I know I can call her. It doesn't matter what it is. I done let everything out. She know everything about me. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with Tiffany, my other best friend. She knows everything about me. DeShonda, everything about me. Those are women that I can vent to, be vulnerable to, and you need that sometimes. And this is the whole point of this platform as well. Women have to find somebody too they can talk to, maybe because that person, hopefully that person that's on the outside they talking to is more aware and conscious and can tell them, hey, I need you to slow down.
Yeah.
You know, you going through these relationships kind of fast, you know, and I'm thinking now, I said, wow, if I had somebody to tell me that, then nothing on you, nothing on Tiffany or nobody else, but somebody would have spoke up and said, Candace, hold on, wait. I need you to chill for a second. And sometimes those girlfriends is definitely needed. It's things that might come out your mouth, or you might say things around people and you like, you need to change your friends, because things that you saying coming out your mouth, if you have real friends in your circle, you want to repeat certain things that you say as well. So that shows too. So. Yeah, most definitely.
This is a very necessary conversation, and again, I'm harping on it. I'm not gonna say that I don't want to harp on it, because I think that friendships, especially these days, and I often want to blame it on social media, but friendships these days just don't contain the value that they used to. And they definitely don't contain the value that they should. People often feel as though everyone is so expendable, and you feel like you can do everything on your own, and in real life you just can't. You just can't. So you need friends. Candace, let the people know like what they can expect next time.
We're going to have episode 3. It will be my son. He was supposed to have been today, but he is busy. My kid is like a Jamaican, y'all. Okay? He got like 6 jobs. Don't ask me where he work at. He do networking party. He do flyers. I mean, he doing reggae parties. He doing modeling. He's just all over the place. So I got to get with his schedule. Next weekend, it will not be an episode. I will probably doing a couple of clips because I will be in Atlanta. My goddaughter is having a baby. So I'm going to go see her and do her cupcakes and stuff and spend some time with her. That next week after that, then I will have a couple other things. I got to give you the schedule too, so we can do that. Yeah.
You know what might be even more exciting?
What?
Send us some clips from Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, the baby shower.
Yes.
Oh, you know I was going to take pictures anyway because I got to do some cute cupcakes.
Yeah, so we'll put those together and see, because that's a part of self-care too, like traveling and doing things for yourself.
It is.
Those are parts of the journey. So
I don't want a vacation. We need a big vacation with all at least my female friends that's, in that thing we speak that lingo. Let's go be some queens. We need a vacation.
Start working on that.
I will. But thank you guys for watching. Okay. We are going to get out this thing. Lane, tell everybody where they can find you, your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, everything. So they can get to you, girl.
So you can find me on Instagram at Simply Lean. That's SIMPL 3 Ys LENE. You can find me on Facebook at Carlene M. Witherspoon, and you can find me on YouTube at All Things Lean.
Oh, and she got the Spoon Family. Don't forget the Spoon
I got
Family.
the Spoon Family. It's a family channel, pranks, vlogs, and things of that nature.
Now, of course, you guys can find me on this purple Lotus flower 888. I will be posting the video weekly, except for next week. I will post something, but like you said, it'll be from Atlanta. You can go on my regular Instagram, which is my personal page, Candy Love Lifting, on Instagram. And I also have a cookie shop. We ain't gonna forget about that. We gotta throw that cream treats in there. So follow my cream treats page. Get y'all some 420 treats and regular. It's cream treats 4201. I have a website also, www.creamtreats420.com. Check me out. Go to Etsy. Go to that cookie shop and get y'all some cookies, okay? Because they slapping.
So good.
And thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
We dope.